Hey Flosstube, it's Bree here with brees.stitching.stuff and welcome to my channel. Today is November 12th, 2020 and this is episode 23. So thank you so much for clicking on play and letting me be part of your day. I hope you can get some stitchy time in or some sewing time or crafty time, whatever it is you like to do when you have YouTube on. So if you are new, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have some inspiration from my video today. And if you're a returner, thank you so much for your continued support and all your love. We're gonna talk cross stitch today. It's a channel about cross stitch, so that's what we're talking about. I have one FFO and a lot of whips. So it's been a while, it's been almost a month since I've been on. I made a video. October was a lot for me. I needed to take a mental break from a lot of stuff, and crafting of all sorts definitely took its toll that month. I didn't really do much of anything, but when I know I need that break, I take it, so that's okay. I'm all right. It's beautiful and sunny today. We've had some really nice warm weather lately. It's starting to cool off, but it's still really pretty out, and the sun's shining, so I am very grateful for that. And today is my birthday. Today I turned 38, which seems insane. In my head, I'm like in my 20s, so it's very strange to say that I'm 38, but I feel very blessed that I get to celebrate yet another birthday. So I'll take any year I get. So let's get started. So my one and only FFO is my I voted pin. I can't even tell you, I think who did this chart? I don't remember, but I got my voted pin done in time for me to go vote early this year, and my sweet husband was sad that I didn't make him one, but I assumed he wouldn't want to wear it, so I have to make him one for the next vote in 4 years. So I got plenty of time. This only took like an afternoon. So that's my only FFO in cross stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my whips. If you guys remember, I've talked about it a couple times now. I am doing the No New Starts 2021 Facebook group. Quick rule, you have to have 200 stitches on a project to be considered a whip, and you have to make an album in the Facebook group, and that's all you get to work on in 2021. So I finally was able to get almost all of the projects that I want to work on next year done and up in my album. I believe there's 48 projects right now. I have 3 more that I would like to start so that I can work on it for next year. So all my whips are pretty boring. Oh, something fell. All my whips are pretty boring. They're just quick little stitches. I just have to get the 200 stitches and everything. So none of the projects are very exciting to look at, unfortunately, but I just want to touch base with you guys real quick before it got too long until my next video. Like I said, I did take a mental break this last month, so I don't have a lot to show you. My goal was to have gotten all of my 200 stitches in before the end of October, and that did not happen, but I'm close. I only have 3 left to start, so I'll take it. So let's get started. So the first one is Plum Street Samplers. What is it? Peace, Love, and Purpose. I'm doing this on a 32 count Fortnite fabric. It was an auction win, and that's where I got. I am doing this 2/2, and I think I am using my own conversion with a mix of Weeks Dye Works and DMC. So that's where I got so far. At least you can tell it's a flag. Some of them you don't even know what it is. So I'll take it. The next one is, I got this as a gift from my mother-in-law last year. I think this is the Hobby Lobby brand. And so I'm just using all the kit stuff, and all I have is the start of the thimble. And it's on a 14 count Ada that's kind of like antique-y white looking. So that's it. That's a needle and a thimble. That's all I got started on that. The next one, which I was super excited to get started, was my Ginger Gerald old-fashioned windmills. If you remember, when I got this pattern, I was telling you how my town that I live in, windmills are like everywhere around here. they're not actually used to do anything. They're just decorative, which I think is weird, but they're really pretty, and a lot of them are a lot of really old ones. So I am stitching this on a, I believe it's a 32 count even weave, and it's in the color, I think, Silvery Mist or something like that, and I'm using the called for DMC. So this just one, you know, a couple of the blades on the windmill. This is a fun one to stitch. I really like how he created the chart for it. It's very easy to read, and I just like how it's like a rusted looking windmill, which goes with the windmills in our town. And then I don't have a picture for it. If I can get talented enough and have enough patience to figure out how to post a picture in the video, I will. But it is from Hemlike and Rye, Julie over at Kansas City Girl in Colorado, her stitching design company that she's working with or created. It's her Halloween houses, and this is a very pitiful start. It's 2 lines. That is how wide this first house is on the pattern. So this is on a 40 count linen by Fortnite Fabrics in the colorway Panther Cap, and that is the Weeks Dye Works Yukon Gold, which is her called for. It's a very pitiful start, but I started stitching it last night and it just was not happening. I kept messing up my X's, I don't know. So hopefully I'll get, you know, a couple more rows in today, and that one will be good to go for the next time I pull it out. So next one is Silver Creek Samplers, Sweet Cup of Liberty. I can't remember the actual name of this chart, but we'll go with that. And this is on, I believe it's on a 40 count, I think. Yeah, 1/2 for my stitching, and I pulled all my own DMC for it. So I got the top part of the border done. And this is a Fortnite fabric. I won in auction, I believe. It might be 36 count. I really don't know. I don't have it written down on my fabric anymore, so I don't really know. But I really like stitching on this one. It'll be cute when it's all said and done. And then my next 3 all come from this wonderful book by Blackbird Designs, Sweet Land of Liberty book. I picked 3 different charts in here, and I am stitching them all. I think it's on, it might be a 36 count. Yeah, it's a 36 count. I'm doing 2/1. The first one is in Full Glory, and I am using all the called for floss, I think. I'm using a mix between the called for overdyes and a called for DMC. So I kind of just went through the charts and decided which areas I really needed to spend extra money on the overdyes, and if I didn't think I needed to, then I just used the DMC. That's kind of how I went with that. So I got the part of the house started, and again, I'm just trying to throw in 200 stitches. So that one turned out good. Actually, I think this is 36 count by Bestitch Me in the Not Another Sampler color from last, I think, I don't know. It was one of the month fabrics. So there's that one. You know me, I don't iron anything, so if you don't like the fact that I don't iron anything, I apologize, but I don't like ironing. The next one is American Eagle. Again, I just pulled from the called for colors and decided which ones I needed to use overdyes and which I wanted to use DMC. So, and that's where I got the same fabric. I really like the roof of this house. The X's look really nice on this one. See? Love it. And then I have one more from this book. And this one is a Sweet Land of Liberty. And I really would like to finish it this way, so I gotta find a, I don't really know how the finish is. I think it doesn't tell you. No. So it just looks like one of those like little pedestal stands that you can find at like, you know, any craft store or whatever. And it goes this way. I got the stripes on the flag done. So I like it. I'm really happy with that one. This one I'm actually only doing, looks like I'm only doing 1/2. Yeah. So I don't know. Sometimes I do 1/2. Sometimes I do 2/2. I guess it just depends on what I feel like that day. Sometimes I'll start doing 2/2 because that's like kind of my go-to because I like doing the loop start. And I'll do a couple stitches, and if it doesn't lay right, then I'll pull them out and then just do 1/2. So, next one is Jesus, and it's a kit that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'm using all the called for kit stuff. So it was it's like a 14 count Ada, and then whatever flosses they use. I don't think I did much on that. I think I've just been trying to work my way down through the mouth. My goal was to get this done by the end of the year, but I haven't been feeling like pulling it out, so it's probably not gonna happen. The next one is Halloween Fairy by Nora Corbett. I pulled this one to work on Laura's birthday sale that she had going on, which was pumpkin birthday sale, I believe. So yeah, I finally got to the pumpkins. I really like this one. Now that I figured out my purples because I'm changing her brown dress to purples. I finally figured out the right color combination, and then I got a toile for the trick or treat. No, it's not a toile, it's a Kreinik for the trick or treat part. For stuff like that, see how it has like it's just like skinny lines. I like to do that first so that I can just fill in the solid color behind it. So I kind of stopped until my Kreinik came in stock. And I actually really am enjoying working with the Kreinik. I was a little worried because I've heard horror stories of working with metallic threads, but I actually really liked it. It wasn't too bad, and I really like how it looks. So look at that. So the cute pumpkin. I love how she did the colors on the pumpkin. It gives it lots of dimension. And then, can you tell that that's Kreinik? Yeah, a little bit. This is on a 40 count orange fabric from Stitch Me that my sweet friend Becky had gifted me. There was no color way on the tag when I got it, so I think she got it in an auction or something. So that one's coming along really lovely. The next one is Prairie Schooler MNO. My goal is just to do mermaid and the owl for now. I'm not gonna put that part on it. I'm just gonna do the picture just because I'm not doing the whole alphabet, so I think it's kind of weird to put M for mermaid. I don't know, it just seemed weird, so I'm just gonna do the picture and up. I'm using the called for DMC, and then I'm using a 40 count lamb's wool in, I don't know, I got it from 123 Stitch, so I don't know who makes it. It's not my favorite. I'm definitely, the more I'm stitching, the more I'm getting stuff, I'm realizing like fabrics that I like, and I don't like this one. It has like a burlap-y feel, if that makes any sense, but the color is really pretty. It's not the called for fabric. I wanted them kind of small. I didn't want them real big, so there she is. I got her outline of her hair and her skin done. Yeah, so I got to get the owl started for that one, but we'll get there. The next couple from Christmas ornaments, just Cross Stitch magazine from this year. Oops, hang on, I have an extra sheet in here. So the first one is from Autumn Lane Stitchery, Santa Claus, and I did pull all the DMC for this. Do I have something light? Because this fabric's really thin. And so I just started on the hat, and this is a 28 count amber toasted almond linen. So there. So I got the hat started. I like how the colors are, they kind of gradiate, which are really fun. So this one is a really fun one. It's going to be really cute when it's done. It's 2/2 because it's on a 28 count. This is my first Autumn Lane pattern I've worked on, and I like how they do their charts. So I'm definitely going to look for more. The next one is from Herilooms. It's called Dinky. This guy right here. I love little gnomes. And this is on a 32 count silvery moon. I'm doing all the called for floss in DMC. So he got his little nose started and the brim of his hat. Very cute. 2/2. I like these cute little stitches for the holidays. There's a couple more in here that I want to work on, but I don't think I'm going to start them this year or next year. The next one I am working on is Merry Christmas from Hello from Liz Matthews. This was actually, if you are signed up for her newsletter, she was sent this out for free like last week, I believe. So I pulled out some fabric from Bestitch Me. It was for October? I think it was October's fabric of the month Escape. And I get mine in 36 count linen, and that's where I got started. So the original pattern just called for everything to be one color, and I chose to add some colors. So my words are going to be in red, and then the border will be in white, the snowflake will be in white, and then there's 2 trees, which will be green, and then 2 deer, and those will be brown. So I got pretty far. This fabric was a little tough for me to stitch on, I'm not gonna lie, because it's so dark. I just had a heck of a time trying to find all the holes when I was stitching that one, so I didn't get as much done as I was hoping, but I like it. It's really pretty fabric. The next one is from Country Cottage Needleworks. It's Love is in the Air. I won this from my friend Kimberly's Flosstube channel a while back, and I really wanted to get it started. So she actually sent everything in the kit. She sent not the fabric to stitch on, but she sent backing fabric if you wanted to mount it or turn it into a pillow, and she did a conversion for the floss into Sullivan's. So I am just using hers, except for I did change the white. The Sullivan's white, I didn't use that one. I switched it to B5200. I just liked how it popped a little bit more on my fabric. And this is 32 count even weave by Fortnite Fabrics in the colorway Morale. So there he is. Very cute. 2/2. Nice coverage. So I got a lot done that evening, and he's really sweet. Country Cottage Works are pretty, or Country Cottage, is that what it is? Country Cottage Needleworks, their charts are really fun to stitch. And then the last one that I started working on was from Not Forgotten Farm, which is my first Not Forgotten Farm chart, and it's called Feeding the Bees. It says, pardon the weeds and feeding the bees. I am doing a calls for all DMC, so I pulled all the DMC for it. And then I am stitching this on, let's see what it says, a 40 count linen by hand dyed by Stephanie, I believe. It says HDS on the tag. And then colonial parchment. Very pretty. I really like 40 count because I really like little stitches. So there she is. She's super cute. It's 1/2. So yeah, I was excited. This is what I was really excited to work on because I just think it's so cute. Because my mom gets really mad at me because I don't use any chemicals in my yard. So we have weeds all over the place, and I always tell her I'm feeding the bugs. So it drives her crazy because she has one of those magazine perfect yards, and I'm a wildflower. My yards don't work that way. You're gonna see my shirt real quick. Let me show you guys. It says, I just want to watch Hallmark Christmas movies all day, which is my goal for my birthday. And then real quick, I did finish a quilt too. It's a Tula Pink line, all these squares, and it was a charm pack, so a layer cake, so they're all 10 inches by 10 inches, and I just sewed them together. I love it. It's Tula Pink homemade, I think, and then that's the backing. So yeah, I did get that done. All right, my plans for today. So for my birthday, I wanted to do a new start, so I was holding this one off because I wanted to do this one so bad, and it is Folk Flowers by Satsuma Street, and I'm going to do it this way. I mentioned it to you guys before. I did my some DNA testing on me to find out my heritage, just because when I'd ask my family, they kind of just like, oh, we're, you know, everything mixed together. Well, I wanted it broken down a little bit more. So I'm like 60% Scandinavian mix, and this kind of gave me that feeling. So I'm like, oh, I need to get it. And it's beautiful, all the pretty colors. So I'm doing all the called for DMC for it, and I'll be stitching it on a 16 count navy Ada. I didn't want to go pure black. I thought the really pretty bright colors would look really pretty on the navy. And then I thought 16 count would be an easy one to stitch on. So I can still see the holes, but it won't be huge either. So this will be my birthday start. I love it. I'm excited. It's gonna take a while though, because it's really long. Can't remember if it tells you how long it ends up being if it's all together. Let me see. If you do it on 14 count, it's 5 inches by 26 inches. So it'll be a little smaller than that, because I'm doing it on 16 count. So it will be beautiful. I'm excited. So, and then my little teeny tiny bit of haul that I got my 2 fabrics of the month, which I'm sad to say I had to cancel my fabrics of the month for a while, just with everything going on with the pandemic and businesses not being as busy around here and possible lockdown or shutdowns again. My work has cut all of our hours big time. So, and my work money is my fun money. So unfortunately I had to cancel my awesome fabric of the month clubs, but I got some really great fabrics, and I know I can just order for them if I have extra money one month, just for a chunk of fabric instead of just monthly. So the first one is my Fortnite fabric one, which is Hedgehog, and it's in a 40 count. If you haven't tried Fortnite fabric, I strongly suggest them. They are super cool, and their fabrics are just lovely. The colors are always beautiful, and I just love the fabrics they choose. So there's Hedgehog, and they smell nice. So yeah, this one's really pretty, and it has like a really soft, almost peach kind of undertone to it, but it's a beautiful neutral. And then my next one was my Bestitch Me's fabric, and I already cut into this one, but it is 36 count linen in the color Escape. Again, you need to check her fabric out. I've been gifted. I've bought a few pieces from her, and I really liked every single one of them. So you can see I cut a chunk out. But there you go. It's so pretty. I really like it. It just has some blues and pinks and whites and a grayish green kind of color. It's very, very pretty. This is the one I used for the Christmas chart from Liz Matthews. And the piece I cut didn't have any of the pink in it. I wanted it more just blue. Just so that way the colors that I chose for stitching would stand out really well. And then my sweet sister, I don't think she watches this, so I can show it, but she is expecting her first baby. She's 17 weeks along, and they are doing like a nautical theme for the nursery. So I tried to find something I could stitch up for her for the baby. So I found this Everything Cross Stitch, which if you guys haven't checked them out, I really did have a great experience ordering from them, and their shipping was really quick, and they have a lot of great stuff on there that you don't realize it's there. So what I'm going to do, this is actually a kit, so it came with the fabric and the thread. I don't know, I'll probably just use the fabric just because I like the size that it ends up being. But instead of welcome, my goal is to put the baby's name on here after the baby's born, because they're not telling anybody what they're naming the baby, which is fine. We told people what we were naming our kids, and they hated every single time. So it just kind of puts a damper on your pregnancy when everybody hates your baby names. So I totally get it. But yeah, I thought this would be really cute, and then I'll put the little baby name in there. She does know she's having a boy, so I love little boys. And then my next purchase was actually today. I decided to treat myself to going to the cross stitch store, which my local, I have two luckily, but the closest one is tomorrow's Heirlooms, and it's about 25-minute drive usually when I go, and it's just not that far. The other one is that I have by me is Inspired Needle, but that one's more like 45 minutes away, so that's just a little bit too far for me to drive. Plus you have to hit the highway, and I'm not a big huge fan of driving on the highway. So I picked up this one, which is Madame Chantilly's Celebrate 4th of July. And I've seen people stitching it up, and I just thought it was so cute. So in the pattern, I was actually having her at the shop help me out because the fabric calls for a natural linen, which she pulled it and it's more of a brown, but in the picture it looks more gray. So we started going through her fabric stash that she has at the shop, and we tried to find one that had more of this gray tone because I just thought all the colors popped on it so pretty. And our house is definitely more gray tones than brown tones. So we came up with, what did we come up with? It's a 38 count legacy linen in, I think it's like, she wrote in cursive, so it's a little hard to read. Helron gray or Hebron, I don't know. It's really pretty though. I had bought in some, well, it's showing up a little grayish in this, but it has a really pretty gray color. I bought some legacy linen for my Hocus Pocus for Hello from Liz Matthews, and I really enjoyed stitching on it. So she pulled these out for me because there was about 4 different grays she had, and this is the one we ended up going with, and I just thought it would look really pretty with the colors. So I'm excited. This is one of the ones I want to start before the deadline for my no new starts project. So I have until like December 13th to get everything started for that. So yeah, so anyways, that is it, you guys. That's all I have to show you today. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. I appreciate it, and it feels good to be back on. I kind of miss making videos. Like it gives me a little bit of something to do on my days off when I don't really feel like doing housework. So I know it sounds horrible, but housework is boring. I really don't like it. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for swinging by and checking out what I have going on right now. I just want to send out my sweet, sweet love and prayers to Janet and her family at this time. If you watched her last video, or if you follow her on YouTube or Instagram, her father passed away on Halloween, and they were very close. So my sweet, sweet love for you, Janet. Take your time, heal, process, and just know that everybody in the community just loves you and supports you always. And to everybody else out there, please just love each other. Get ready for the holiday seasons coming up. I know they're going to be totally different this year, not quite the same, but just got to feel very fortunate that we're able to celebrate any way we can, and we have food in our bellies and crafts to keep us busy. So I count all of us very, very fortunate. And yeah, so I hope you guys all take care, and until I see you next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay calm. Bye.